Jeff fans, what's going on? How we doing? I barely have a voice right now, so I'm going to try to make this video as quick as possible. Been outside since 8 o'clock in the morning. My hands are shaking right now, still freezing cold, just walked inside. Anytime you beat the fish, it's a great win. Let's be honest about that. You beat the fish, it's awesome. But in the back of my mind, I'll be real, throughout the whole game, throughout that, last drive where Adam Gase was trying his best to ruin things, I was thinking about how the Jets pretty much probably, when this season's all said and done, this win is going to be looked at as a win that probably cost them, what, 8 to 9 spots in the draft. Now, again, having the third pick or whatever, or the sixth pick, Leonard Williams, third pick, Quinnen Williams, who left with a neck injury, let's be real. Having the top pick, getting the consensus top player, has that really worked out well for us? So, it is what it is. Try to win games, try to build some camaraderie, try to gain some confidence, hope that young guys are progressing. That's all you can really do. But a lot of things from this game really bothered me, really frustrated me. In particular, that final drive where Adam Gase, with 37 seconds left, I understand he had no timeouts, but 37 seconds left, handoff to Montgomery, and then you just let the clock run down and spike it because you're that confident in Sam Ficken. Granted, he made it. And that's why this isn't second guessing. This is me going nuts as soon as the handoff was made, and then they just sit there and let the clock wind down. I mean, how are you that confident in Sam Ficken from 45 yards or whatever the kick was? Again, he made it. Awesome. Congrats. But when he doesn't, the next time, or in a playoff game, when that happens, actually, Gase is never going to make the playoffs anyway, but if that happens in a big game, we're going to be pissed about it, right? The same thing, again, I've had, I don't know how many beers at this point, but whatever the drive was, I think 2 drives before that, maybe 3 drives before, where it was 4th and 1, and you have a chance to kick a field goal, go up by a full touchdown, when Miami has not been able to put the ball in the end zone all game, and then that's where he decides to go for it. And what a shocker, right? Ground and pound. Tyson, Joe, they said it all week. We all knew it, right? No Le'Veon Bell. So what are we going to see? Lots of Bilal Powell. Lots of ground and pound. Adam Gase was going to prove he didn't need Le'Veon Bell to run the ball. That Bilal Powell can run in this system better than Le'Veon Bell. That's what Adam Gase was out here to do today. At least that's what I felt. As far as the defense goes, Jordan Jenkins, let's start talking about a contract extension for this guy. I know he had 1 sack. I think it was 2 on another one. You had, corner situations obviously a mess. You didn't have Jamal out there, which, made things even worse. I felt Greg Williams tried to do his best as far as putting as many guys in coverage as possible, not really sending a whole lot on the blitz. And, even with, the extra guys back there, with Bless and, Kyron Brown, they were getting beat pretty much all game. It just came down to the fact that the Dolphins, when they got in the red zone, they couldn't put it in for 7. So, do I take a lot out of this game? No. Because if not for that pass interference on the final drive, what are we talking about? Whatever the play call is on 4th and 18 that Adam Gase tries to make up for everything else that went wrong throughout this game and throughout that drive. If we don't get that reversal on the pass interference, we're talking about another game, 6 games with Sam Darnold, where the Jets wouldn't have scored more than 20 points in losses. So that's how close this was from being another ugly loss against a team trying to tank, especially after last week against 0-11 Bengals. I mean, if you would have lost twice to Miami while they're trying to tank, plus the 0-11 Bengals, I don't know how anybody could have justified keeping Gase, but it would have happened anyway. At this point now, you got your 5th win. You hope maybe you steal 1 of the next 3, even though I think it's very unlikely. And then at 6 wins, you say, all right, well, you know what? We lost Sam for 3. If not for the Mosley injury in week 1, maybe they get that one. I don't know. I'm hearing all the excuses, but at the end of the day, I feel like this team should be in much better position than it is right now because look around the league again. I hate saying this every week. Drew Lock this week, 300 yards, how many touchdowns, right? Gardner Minshew in weeks before, we've seen it. The Steelers with Hodges. It's like every team suffers injuries, has backup quarterbacks, third-string quarterbacks out there. They don't bitch. They don't complain. And yet, I got to get in the car after the game and listen to Adam Gase get on his friggin' press conference and talk about, on 3rd down, I really wasn't setting Sam Darnold up in great position. How many fucking times are we going to hear that week after week? I got to do a better job of putting him in position to succeed. Stop. Do it already. Get it done in practice. Translate it to games. Simple as that. Like, just do it. It is frustrating as hell to just see the same shit over and over and over again, not getting corrected and not going right. And again, this is the guy who was supposed to elevate Sam. And you look at the way Sam played in the second half against an awful pass defense. Again, this is where I talk about progress, right? I could call plays. Anybody else could call plays. Sam Darnold's going to make some throws, right? He's that good, in my opinion. He is that good of a quarterback that if any one of us tried calling plays, he's going to make some plays because he's a talented quarterback. But is Adam Gase elevating him the way Lamar Jackson and all these other guys that are young, second year, third year quarterbacks, is he elevating Sam to that degree? And look at that second half. He had the one interception. He had two other balls that he threw up for grabs that could have been picked. He had the one pass on the last drive of the game to Jeff Smith that could have been a pick six. It was that close. And again, you give him credit because at the end of the day, he engineered the game-winning drive in the final 2 minutes, which is huge. All right, that is a huge thing to be able to do that just for the peace of mind of being able to say, hey, in those last 2 minutes, I got the job done. I led my team down the field. The kicker made the field goal. In spite of how many different ways it could have gone wrong, he's able to walk off the field with a win, knowing he led his team down the field. So I think that's a huge boost of confidence for Sam. I just don't like so many of the little things that we keep seeing in between and why his progress is just going so very slow, right? I feel like with the right coach, the right play calling, we would see Sam taking much bigger steps at this point in his career. So, you hope that, with more continuity, that him and Gase, this connection maybe is going to work. I still don't have a whole lot of confidence in it, but it's all you could do is have fun, tailgate, watch the games, and hope for the best. So talk to you guys Tuesday. Go Jets.